Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WVLS. Welcome to Open. Coming up on today's show, we'll chat with a talented young graphic designer who turned her experience with food allergies into a unique fashion brand. Then we'll sit down with an old-fashioned old friend of the show. He goes way back, and he's an author who will sit down with us to highlight his fourth published book. He's been working on it, Lorenzo, and so much more. Then we'll hear from an LA-based National Geographic Explorer. She's a conservationist, a photographer. She's going to speak about her latest book, too, about bees. You won't get stung. It's sweet. And then finally, we'll check in with the superintendent of a New York City public school, District 79, that is providing adult learners access to education through their programs and services. So stay tuned. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. We're on and popping. Here we go. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and we're open. Hey everybody, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is a photographer and graphic designer from Spain. Oh, watch out! And she joins us to discuss her Sweetheart deal, her sweetwear brand advocating for food allergy awareness, and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Almudena Valenzuela. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me.
How are you? Now listen, what made you get involved in this? Did you get stung or something, or you ate too much honey, or you're sweet?
No, okay, so FACK stands for Food Allergies Can Kill, as you well said.
Yeah,
This is a streetwear brand that aims to raise awareness about food allergies, and it really started with my own personal experience. I mean, when I was
yeah,
little, I already had a food allergy, always been lactose intolerant, but a year ago, everything changed. I started getting sick, couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and that's when I got diagnosed with even more intolerances, allergies. And this was right when I was about to start my last year of design school
yeah.
In Brooklyn at Pratt Institute. So that was a year of a lot of work figuring out how to live this new life with a lot more allergies. And I just tried to use my skills in design to help myself and others dealing with food allergies
Yeah,
because I've always believed that art and design are a powerful tool for change and
yeah.
positive impact. And that's what I try to do.
But I'll move. This happened to you while you were in college, or what?
Yes,
In
exactly.
college, you got to stay away from those vending machines. I tell you. No, no. But in college, we're
Yep.
consuming just about everything that we see. Especially if the price is right too. Right in college, it broke sometimes. But then you found a way to help yourself and a whole lot of other people around you, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
and then that was a business school that you were going to. Is that right?
It's
You said
it's design school, yeah.
a
So
design
I
school.
was studying graphic design.
So you said, let me marry these two things together and make it all happen, right? That's the
Exactly,
ideas
exactly.
and everything just started to gel.
Hmm. Yes, I mean, like this is a very serious issue, right?
Yes.
Um, and when I started thinking about, creating this brand, I was like, well, I gotta start like sharing this serious messaging. But then, I was also sharing this with some classmates and some people, and it didn't seem to really stuck with them. It feels like sometimes when you're talking about something so serious, it can feel very daunting. So then I started looking into like other fashion brands, but also just, how the world works. And I realized that, what is really moving people and what is helping people through harder times is humor. So I try to also lean into this humoristic tone with
Yeah.
my messaging and try to push a more like accepting messaging so that the community can feel seen and they want to share their experiences and yeah, just feel like there's a community and they're not
Yeah.
alone because that's kind of what happened to me when I first started with this.
Yeah. So that shirt that the other girl had on said, "Hot girls have tummy problems."
Yes, hot
Oh,
girls have
that's what
tummy
yours
issues.
says too. Yeah.
Yes.
So you have different designer shirts like that with different sayings on them.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the experience with different food allergies can be very different.
Yeah.
So I try to have a lot of different slogans. Ones for like, I don't know, people that use EpiPens
Uh
and
huh.
some for also some that you can personalize so you can put what food allergy is like affecting you. Like I have one that is like
Yeah.
allergic to people and this. So kind of things like that, and then more general messaging like hot girls have tummy issues, so everyone can feel part of the community.
I like the runway on the steps. After you show what you got, you say, "See ya," and get on out of there. But listen,
Yeah,
how did you come up with the phrases and slogans for your products?
it's all up here. I don't know. It's just trying things out, and yeah, just try and use this humoristic um
Yeah.
approach to it. So it's like, yes, like I have this issue, but like I can laugh about it as long
Yeah.
as you also care about it.
And it's so serious, but you're going to create the awareness that, hey, this is how serious it is, but let's have some fun with it too. Because, there's different ways of teaching people. When rap first came out, some of the teachers came up with ways to rap about it, to create poems about the way they wanted you to understand something. And so this is a great way to get it out there. I like that.
Yes,
I like
and humor is a tool in the end to
it.
reach out to people, but it's also like my wish is to have a world where like we can just laugh about the struggles and not have to fear about our lives every day. So that's why pushing out this messaging is just trying to get people to be more inclusive and make like lives with allergies more accessible for a lot of people.
Yeah, because there are peanut allergies. Some people can't eat shrimp. It swells
Mhm.
up the throat, and some people just can't breathe, and they can fall into some serious trouble, where they have to go to the emergency room and take action. So I'm glad that you're there. You're creating that awareness that's so very, very important in our community.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
are you going to be somewhere performing, or you're going to have a fashion show anywhere that we can come and watch?
Not at the moment. Unfortunately, after college, I had to go back home. So I'm locally in Spain right now.
Uh-huh.
Um, but everyone can follow on Instagram. It's Food Allergies Can Kill. And, I'm trying to get out there. And if the messaging resonates with you, there's a link in the bio where you
Hmm.
can get some of FACK's pieces and hopefully be able to create your own community and feel seen.
Yeah. Are you? Do you need help with financing or anything with this? Because you start. When did you start it? About a year ago? 2 years ago?
Yeah, basically like a year ago is where everything started, but obviously it came out this May,
Uh huh.
so it's pretty early on. And yes, finding the financial and the physical resources is very hard right now, especially being out of college. Where before, I
Mm.
used to screen print every piece myself in the studio. I used to screen print every packaging, everything myself. But right
Yeah.
now, I don't have those resources. So what I'm doing is I'm using like a print on demand business.
Yeah.
So it kind of takes the risk a bit away, the burden of the risk for me, while I try and focus on building the brand.
Yeah.
And then, but hopefully, obviously, I wish that if the brand grows, I will be able to take back more control of it.
Yeah. Do you think about giving product or food away to nonprofit organizations just to help create the awareness out there?
Yes, 100%. Right now, I am not able to do it yet,
Uh huh.
but that is the goal, hopefully. And also just having like a platform. Of course, like it is a streetwear brand, but I like to be a platform. Like you can find resources on the bio of my Instagram.
Yeah.
And I just want to send a message to everyone that what everyone can do to help, first of all, is always ask in every situation. Like
Yeah.
if you have a gathering or event, just ask. It takes out the burden to constantly have to ask people to accommodate for you.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can always support local community projects that encourage food literacy, access to gardens. And then if you really want to have like a direct impact, you can leave allergen-free products to local pantries and support other nonprofits. Like I know SSF is a national nonprofit dedicated to fighting food insecurity among individuals with food allergies. So,
And you're going to
yes.
do this worldwide, right? Because you're going to do it in Spain, and then when you come back to New York, of course, you're going to kick it up some more over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Where do you see yourself like 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now with this?
That is hard to say because it is the very beginning, but I mean, I would love to grow it. I want to hear the people, the feedback. I want to create more t-shirts so everyone can feel represented, maybe even like seasonal. And I don't know, we could even have, if it really gets to like a big community, we could have like community meetups where we organize events. Like, I mean, the the possibilities are endless. I would love to do
Yeah.
so many things, but
Are,
we're still baby steps.
are you in contact with other food allergy community people? People moving in the same direction with your
um,
thought?
yes, I mean, I feel like online right now it's very easy to be in contact with people. So there's a lot of definitely content creators that
Yeah.
are like raising awareness and sharing their daily lives, and I be in contact with them.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Yeah. Give me your website where we can get more information from you.
Okay. My main source of information right now, it is the Instagram.
Okay.
So yeah, food allergies can kill on Instagram, and there's the link to where the pieces are.
Uh,
It's on the bio, just because the URL is a bit complicated. So
oh, that's all right. We'll put it right down on the bottom of the screen for you. All right. But
okay,
listen, thank you for everything that you do and continue to do. We're looking forward to maybe meeting up with you out in the community somewhere where you're doing something to create that awareness because this is so very important, especially around Thanksgiving. People are eating lots of different things, and people
right.
have to be careful of what's in their foods. So you
Hmm.
probably put something out telling people to read
Yep.
the ingredients in your foods before you eat it. I don't know. I'm just helping. But thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, okay?
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We'll take a quick break right here. I've got a lot more open coming your way next. And welcome back. Our next guest is a dynamic writer and a thought leader, and he joins us to shine a light on his book. He's an author. Yeah, his book is Lorenzo, and he's got a lot more. He's going to be talking about it right here. The last time we had him on, we were on by Zoom like a few years back. Yeah, during COVID, right?
Yes.
All right. Welcome to the show. Karl Lorenzo, Omar Lawrence. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's a pleasure.
So you've been putting the pen to the paper, huh?
Yes.
So is that comfortable for you now? You've been doing it for some time. I know when you're first doing it, it's like, oh, shucks, how am I going to lay this out here? Am I going to do it the right way? But then after doing it for a while, you become like a little expert.
I would say what started as a curiosity became a passion,
Yeah.
and a passion became mastery.
See? That's how it happens.
Yes.
So you have this book out. This is your first one, right?
No, it's my fourth.
Your fourth. So you wrote the first one during COVID?
No, I've been writing since I was 11,
Oh, okay.
so for my entire life.
What's the first book?
Well, I would say this. I read the autobiography of Malcolm X around that time,
Yeah.
and I was inspired by him because I saw how he used literacy to transform himself from a wayward street criminal
Yeah.
into a global revolutionary. So in the absence of being taught by a father at the dinner table, which I was not, I learned from the people that I read about in books. And it was at that time that I made a determination that I would become that for someone else through my own writing.
So that first one, when you were 11, you started laying everything out, and you
I
came up
always-
with the title and everything yourself?
Before I ever wanted a job or to go to college, I wanted to be an author. I wanted to be a writer. And since I made that determination, I've achieved that goal.
Yeah. All right. So you went 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your fourth book right here?
Yes, and the best.
All right. This
I
is
would
the best
also
one.
I would also say that this past October, it was exhibited at the Frankfurt International Book Fair,
Uh-huh.
which is one of the largest book fairs in the world. And later on in November, it'll be at the Guadalajara Book Fair in Mexico.
All right.
But I had to come stop by and see my Bronx people.
And how does that make you feel? I mean, wow.
You
They
feel a-
displayed in all those fairs,
You,
and
you-
now,
you feel a sense of accomplishment when you become the person that you wanted to be.
yeah, yeah. So a quick synopsis on this book. Look, we have it right up there.
I would say you can only aim as far as your imagination can see. So I write to expand the imagination of the person who is reading me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combination of poetry and essays. It's an eclectic array of topics. My perspective is the perspective of an outsider who refuses to be confined to the margins of society, somebody that has every reason to fail but chooses to succeed. Nobody expected much of Napoleon when he was born on the island of Corsica, but he became the Emperor of France.
Yeah.
So I write to defy expectations and to be inspirational and to use my words as a vehicle of knowledge and wisdom.
So you highlight a couple of major themes in 2 passages in your book,
Yes,
A Bronx Tale and Down in the Basement.
yes.
Can you unpack those messages, those passages?
I would say this. In the morning, if you stand on the train platform on your way to school or work, the trains coming into the Bronx are largely empty, and the trains going into Manhattan and other areas of New York, which is the financial capital of the United States, are full.
Yeah.
So that one image tells you about the relationship that people in the Bronx have to the financial universe of New York. We're not in the capital, we're on the margins. And there's no wall dividing the Bronx from Manhattan, and there's no law that says that you don't belong. But there is a wall in our minds. And so I'm inspired to break down that wall for people.
Yeah. How has growing up in the Bronx helped you to facilitate a lot of this in your books?
I would say that I have a blank canvas. When there's no blueprint for you, when there's no instruction manual, you actually have the freedom to reach as far as you can imagine yourself going. Because you're not burdened and saddled with the expectations that you come from a family of doctors, you come from a family of lawyers, so you have to restrict yourself to a narrow range of roles.
Yeah.
You have the freedom to defy expectations.
And who's your audience? Who do you want to reach with this book or your books?
I would say that I touch on themes that are universal to the human experience, so a wide range of people can connect to my words. But the first person that I have in mind
Yeah.
is that 11 or 12-year-old kid that doesn't have a father, that doesn't have a blueprint or an instruction manual,
Yeah.
that maybe feels like an outsider, that maybe his environment tells him that he's inferior, and he wants to make sense of the world, how it works, and how to blaze a path forward.
Does this book need a follow-up, a volume 2?
I'm not done.
You're not done.
I'm not done.
So you're gonna stay in line with this book, or you're gonna do another one, or is this gonna be a volume 2?
I would say this. I don't write for attention or for fame. I have a purpose when I put the pen to the paper.
Yeah.
And each time that I do, I would like to amaze people with the depth and the range of
Yeah.
my imagination.
So what if you become famous?
Well, then
That
that
threw a
would,
smile on your face real quick.
that would just be a byproduct of mastery and of discipline applied over time.
You're pretty deep, man.
I take that as a compliment.
That's good. It is a compliment. Yes, yes. So, do you have any book signings coming up or anything?
I would say no. Anyone who would like to get in touch with me,
Yeah.
I have an email address and a post office box.
Okay. And then you would find a way for them to get the book. Is it on Amazon?
Not as of yet. In the future, perhaps.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're gonna explore you got a lot of things to explore, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, you during COVID, you came on. I think you had a book called The Man of Words. Is that correct?
Yes.
Man of Words. And people are still calling you about that book?
If I was to die today, the words that I've written would still live beyond me, because it's a creative legacy. Socrates passed away a long time ago. Malcolm X passed away a long time ago. Reginald Lewis, figures that I talk about in the book, they passed away a long time ago.
Yeah.
But the example that they set is still alive. But because I won't die today and I have a lot of life ahead of me, I have that much more time to achieve and to grow
Yeah.
and to write about it, to show other people how they can do the same.
Yeah. Did you put something about Black Wall Street in one of your books?
Yes,
Yeah.
I talked about Reginald F. Lewis.
Yes.
He was the first black lawyer with his own firm on Wall Street. They call him the Jackie Robinson of finance. He was able to do what nobody expected that he could do, to pull off a leveraged buyout of $1 billion company overseas in Europe. And it took him 10 or 15 years to get to the point where he was able to do that.
Yeah.
And on his deathbed, he died prematurely at the age of 50. He told his wife and others, I disproved a lie,
Yeah.
that just because I have a certain skin color or come from a certain place, that there is an artificial limit on what I can achieve and what I can accomplish. And I was profoundly inspired by that.
Yeah. And what do you want others to take away from that, other than reading the book?
I would say this: you keep an open mind, you stay curious, you question the assumptions that are given to you, you transform yourself through a wide range of exposure, through learning, through education, and through experience.
Yeah.
And with your transformed self, you then apply it to industry. You apply it to a field of endeavor.
Now, I was reading something about you. You also into poetry, is that right?
Yes, so poetry and essay writing.
Yeah.
Poetry is like the music of words.
But you do recite poetry from time to time, right?
Yes,
What's your favorite
but I
one?
would say that I don't want to be seen as an entertainer,
Yeah.
because the public, the mainstream public,
I get
is
it.
comfortable with us as entertainers, but not as a competent professional.
Yeah. But if you're teaching as an entertainer, that that just adds to your repertoire, no?
Well, when you read Shakespeare, you don't read it as entertainment. When you go to school, when you sit in class, it's not to be entertained. It's for your mind to be transformed.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but you being in the position that you're in, and you're laying stuff out for people to see and experience and explore, you know, you can entertain them and teach them at the same time, no?
Yes.
Yeah. I think you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And you come back again, all right?
Yes, of course.
Like we said before, you're no stranger to the show.
Yes.
So we'll be looking forward to seeing you soon.
Of course.
And you got to set it up on Amazon or somewhere where we can go Barnes & Noble.
Sure.
All right. You let us know, all right?
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Our producer, Stephen, will hook everything up for you.
Of course.
I mean, when you get it set up, you come back on and we can tell everybody where to go to get it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, all right? Tell everybody, you have a website, email?
I got an email.
Okay, website. We'll see if we can put it on the bottom. Email is right there on the bottom. Karl at
Lorenzo, l.lorenzospeaks@gmail.com.
There you go. I like that. I call Omar Lawrence, entrepreneur, author. They got it all laid out for you, poet, and the whole nine. But thank you, man, for your authorship. And we'll take a quick break. I've got more. It's all coming your way next on Open.
19.7% of Bronxites currently experience food insecurity. Meanwhile, instead of these nice, colorful foods, this is the best food that they have access to. If this sounds like you, there are a bunch of resources to get healthy food for free or cheap. If you want to help, you might consider donating or volunteering in one of these places. Community fridges like this one are all over the city, and allow New Yorkers to conveniently donate extra food to people who might need it. Go to this link and find your nearest one. Food banks and pop-up events like these provide millions of healthy meals to families in need. These organizations are distributing meals to Bronxites as we speak, and are always accepting donations and volunteers.
We are the eco leaders. We learned that everything starts with ourselves. Then we have to educate ourselves. Then we have to build community and use our imagination.
There's a new channel to explore, and it's bringing the classics back to life. During the day, relive the BronxNet originals that sparked conversations and built community. At night, dive into the hip-hop throwbacks that defined a generation. One destination, two powerful lineups. Now playing on Optimum Channel 952, Fios 2138, and streaming at BronxNet.tv. BX Legacy, where history meets the moment. And welcome back. Our next guest is an LA-based National Geographic Explorer and a wildlife photographer and a community scientist too, and a conservationist with a specialization in native beehives. But no worries. She's with us today to speak about her passion for conservation photography and to spotlight her new book, The ABCs of California Native Bees. So please welcome to the show, Krystle Hickman. Welcome. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
That's so
Thank
sweet.
you so much for having me.
Thank you. And you're in California right now. You're in LA.
I am in LA, yes.
So how important are bees, first of all?
They're very important. They're one of the world's most important pollinators. But yeah, I think it's really important to highlight too that I work specifically with native bees, so not honeybees. So a lot of these bees, about 20 to 45%, are specialist pollinators. So they rely on just one family of plants or one type of plant to pollinate. So if those plants disappear, so do the bees. And if the bees disappear, the plants might as well.
So if they're native bees, they've been here with those plants over the decades.
Quite a few decades, yes, definitely. Yeah, so the native bees evolved to pollinate those specific native plants, unlike honeybees that are not native to the U.S. They're actually from Europe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Now, can you harvest honey from those native bees?
no, you cannot.
They don't.
Native bees, well, actually, bumblebees you can, but most
Bumblebees,
native
yeah.
bees you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're solitary. So that means they live by themselves. So there is no hive. They sometimes live in cavities or holes in the ground.
Wow.
Sometimes they make little pots of resin that they attach to
Uh
stems
huh.
of plants, and they just have one little egg in there.
Wow. So how did this journey begin for you of wanting to photograph native bees, native California bees?
Yeah, so it started actually with honeybees, and I called them my gateway bee
Uh huh.
because they were my gateway to, I would say, more important pollinators. But yeah, there was this quote that I actually saw on Facebook. It said, if the bee disappeared off the surface of the globe, then man would only have 4 years of life left. And just like anything you see on Facebook, you should probably fact check it before you believe it. But I
Yes,
saw it
yes,
and I was
please.
like,
Say it again.
yeah,
Say it again.
yeah, so fact check things. But yeah, so I actually spent years thinking that quote was true. And like, also it said Einstein's name on there. So I thought he said it as well, but it was like invented in the late 1990s. And he clearly passed away a little bit before that, like the 1950s.
Uh-huh.
But I thought it was true. So I started out with honeybees. And then I do astrophotography as well. So I was actually out in the Mojave Desert. And when I was coming back, I saw this plant that I'd never seen before, and I ended up photographing a bee that had never been photographed alive before
Wow.
on
Wait
it.
a minute. And this was a Mojave desert bee. These are desert
It is,
bees.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And no one had seen it since the 1950s. So I got the first photos of living representatives and a
Wow.
new behavior. So that really got me into native bees and like the
Yeah.
whole ecosystems because I think it's amazing. Yeah.
And how did you get involved with the National Geographic? My father used to have those things on the table. We used to go through the colorful pictures and read up about it, all the wonderful things that it offered.
Yeah, yeah. National Geographic was like when I was a kid too. I absolutely
Oh,
loved that magazine. So it was kind of a dream come true. But it was actually through working on the book, The ABCs of California's Native Bees, that
yeah.
I connected with them. They ended up wanting to support and also fund the rest of my research
Oh, excellent.
to be
Yeah.
completed. So yeah, and they've been a really amazing partner as well. So I absolutely love working with them and just yeah, I think it's really cool.
Yeah. So you have to capture the shot and capture the plant that it deals with and bring all of that together.
Yeah,
If I'm saying it
definitely.
right,
So
you have
like
the lingo for it.
yeah, yeah, I have the lingo for it, but what you said sounds fine. But yeah, a lot of times if you want to find the bee, literally
Uh,
just look for the plant. So
yes.
I use an app called iNaturalist because
Ah.
sometimes I drive like 4 or 5 hours out to the middle of the desert and I don't want to drive out there if the plant's not there. So
Oh, you
I
better
use
bring a lot of water
iNaturalist.
with you and gas.
I do. I do. Yeah, I've been stranded a few times, which is another adventure, but like yeah, yeah. But yeah, I use iNaturalist, and if someone has seen the plant, like if it's right before it's starting to flower, or if it's flowering, I'm like, okay, I could figure out the timeline, show up, look for the bee. I spend like 16 hours out there an entire day. Sometimes I camp for like 10 days. But yeah, it's really cool because it's like an adventure. So it's not
Yeah.
just about the bee, it's about the plant, it's about the entire ecosystem as well. That's why I
Yeah.
photograph all three of those.
That has to be a tough plant and a tough bee to be able to survive in that environment because a cactus can produce a plant also.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's some cactus specialist bees as well.
Yeah.
And they're really cool because the flowers on
Right.
cactus, they actually open and close with the sun. So there's bees, specifically male bees, they'll climb into them before the sun sets, and then the flower will close up around them, and it's like a little bed. And then the sun will rise again. And when it hits the flower will open, and the bee's like, oh, it's time to wake up, and then they'll fly out of them.
Yeah. And they deal with the weather, the climate, and everything because at night it gets cold in the desert.
It does, yeah. So bees are cold-blooded, so they require the sun or warmth to be awake and fly around. So if it's really cold, they are not moving.
Ah, isn't that nice being held by a cactus plant? Keep it warm all night until the sun comes back out, and then
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to cuddle a cactus, so yeah.
And the ABCs. So this book has everything in it that we need to know, especially if you're curious about the bees, native bees.
Um, so I wouldn't say it has everything you need to know, but what I would say is the reason I decided to specifically work with California is because there's over 1,643 species of bees in the
Wow.
state. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's 8% of all bee species in the world. There's over
Uh,
20,000 species. And when I first heard that number, I was like, I wonder if I could get a letter for every single alphabet or every single letter in the alphabet, so 26 species.
yeah.
So I ended up getting every single letter. So each letter in the alphabet is a different species of bee. So it takes you around to different ecosystems, even backyards, farms, islands, uh, clearly the desert, mountain ranges,
Yeah.
prairies, different grasslands, things like that. But with each story, there's a history in the
Mm.
area. Like one of them, the ZB, for example, Calliopsis zonalis, takes place where Nate Harrison lived. And he was the first Black person to set up permanent residence in Southern California. He was a slave that was freed because the person who enslaved him passed away. But I found the flower where his house used to be. So I was talking about how this bee relies on this just one flower, which is a monardella, which just so happened to be on this mountain where Nate Harrison lived. So there's just really cool history, but then you also learn about bees, like they're different, how they live, what they're doing throughout the time of day, throughout the time of year. Some of them only live for a month as an adult, some of them much longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a history lesson. It's a love letter to California, and it's just what's happening in the state is also representative of what's happening around the world because California has more bees than countries like Argentina or France, and we're almost on
Wow.
par with the entire continent of Australia. So yeah.
And you know, you see when you go to different places, you see those different types of bees, but you question what it is. Well, I mean, what is this? Looks like he can sting, but there's all sorts of
Yeah.
shapes and sizes of bees, sort
Oh,
of,
for
kind
sure.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, one of the smaller bees in the book, it's the Y bee. That one's about 3 to 4 millimeters, so just slightly larger than the size of a letter on a quarter. So it's pretty small, and that one lives at the Kelso Dunes. So
Mm,
just a flower that's very, very tiny. And I
yeah.
actually put a quarter next to the flower just so you could see how small this bee is.
Wow.
But yeah, they range in amazing size. Like the largest bee in the world's in Indonesia, and it's about 2 inches long. But the good thing about native bees, though, is they rarely ever sting. So when people talk about
Wow.
stinging bees, they're typically talking about honeybees.
Yeah.
However, all female bees do have stingers, so they do have the ability to sting, but some of their stingers are so short they can't even get through human skin. So,
Oh
yeah.
wow. Oh, it seems like you tried it.
I've stuck my hand in some beehives, like bumblebee hives, or I've held a lot of like
Uh-huh.
bees.
Yeah.
I've only been stung twice, and it was because both times I had my hands in. One was a honeybee hive, another one was a bumblebee hive.
Uh-huh.
So I earned it because I was invading their space, but I got some excellent footage, so
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
worth it.
What
Yeah.
kind of camera do you use to capture all of that?
I have two cameras. So I use Nikon and I
Uh-huh.
shoot with a D500. That's what most of the photos in the book were with. And then about 2.5 years ago, I got a Nikon Z9 and I use a Nikkor 105 millimeter lens. That's my main one. And
Yeah.
then I put diopters, Rainox diopters on the front now. So I use Laowa lenses as well.
Wow. No, you're like a. There's not too many people of color that are doing this, right? With National Geographic or out
No, no,
looking at
yeah,
bees.
I feel like it might be me.
There could be a new song.
Yeah,
I'm a bee watcher. I'm a bee
I
watcher.
mean, that's,
Watching
yeah,
bees go by.
that's catchy.
But you're
I'll
also a
use
speaker,
that.
right?
I am a speaker,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Are you going to speak somewhere soon that we can come and check it out?
Oh yeah. So I'm almost at the end of my book tour with like speaking engagements, but I have one more in person in California. It's on the 15th at the LA Arboretum. And after that, next year I'm going to Chicago a little bit and then down to Mexico.
Oh, great, great. Are you in New York or in the New York area anytime soon?
Um, I mean, maybe if you invite me, I'll swing by. But not planning on it.
Oh, you're always invited.
Thank you. Thank you.
When is the book coming out? Or is it out already?
It came out already. It came out on October 21st.
All right. So, and that's,
Yeah.
you can get it, where can we get it? Barnes & Noble, Amazon?
Yeah, you can get it. You can get it Amazon, wherever books are sold. I went to REI yesterday and I saw it at REI and I was really excited.
Oh, beautiful.
So that was amazing. Yeah, so you can get it wherever books are sold.
So how does that make you feel when you see your book on the shelf or you see your book online somewhere?
It's weird. It's so weird, but I'm just really proud as well because it's a lot of years of like me standing by a bush for like days by myself, and now people are really interested in it, and I think it's amazing, and I hope it gets people interested in community science, because I feel like if I could do this, like anyone could do this.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever you're passionate.
the hard work and dedication that it takes to put all of that together, the research, getting stranded out into in a desert.
Yeah. No, actually, I got stranded in the outback in Australia for 12 hours one time. Yeah, which was like really interesting.
Well,
but it was beautiful. It was really quiet.
yeah. Well,
But,
come back and tell us
yeah.
more about that. You got to come back and share more because you have a lot and you've seen a lot, and we want to experience that with you.
Nice. I
Right.
appreciate that. Thank you. I
right.
totally will.
Where can we go? You got website, social media?
Yeah. You can bsip.com, so BEESIP.com. I'm also bsip on Instagram as well. So yeah, look me up.
Thank you so much, Krystle. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And come back. Our house is your house.
I appreciate that.
Bring the
I'll stop
bees.
by.
Bring some bees with you. Are you able to capture some bees and bring them in maybe a little
You know what?
something?
No, I don't capture anything. I just photograph them while they're going about their business, and
That's
then
how
I
you
leave.
capture them. That's how
What
you
was
do
that?
it. That's how you
That
capture
is,
them.
I capture them with photos. Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
appreciate
But
you.
I'll tell them they should go to your house. So,
Hey, Krystle, thank you so much. Krystle Hickman, National Geographic Explorer, TEDx speaker, author, and conservation photographer. We'll talk more about the TEDx when you come back again, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. We'll take a break. I've got more open on the way next.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. "55% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. "34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. BronxNet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the BronxNet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit BronxNet.org to learn more.
All right, we're live. Here we go. Welcome back. Our last guest is the superintendent for District 79's alternative schools and programs. She joins us to highlight how her district is expanding access to education for adult learners and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Glenda Esperance.
Hi. Welcome. I would say welcome. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
no.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Been a long-time listener,
Thank you
fan
so
of your
much.
work. So happy to see you in person.
So happy to see you in person, too. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So you've been doing this work for some time, right? Superintendent Esperance, thank you for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about the District 79's alternative schools and their programs?
So just kind of give you some background. You're right, I've been doing this for a long time. I am a proud product of New York City Public Schools. I've been in education, including for over 40 years now. And one of the things that I enjoy the most in this seat as District 79 Superintendent is that in this district, we serve and reimagine what education can look like. The large population of our district are adult learners, so the average age for our youth program is 19 years of age, and then we have an adult education wing that's average age is 39. And the mantra is that it's never too late to be great.
It's never too late.
Never too late to be great, and a moment doesn't define your destiny. And so the services that we offer are really adult education. We do CTE offerings, HSE programming, high school diplomas at night school. There's a plethora of different services that we provide.
The banknote building, that was, there were a lot of students that were 18 and 19 and 20 years old that went to that school too. And we went over there and built a radio station that the kids wanted to get involved in, the young adults wanted to get involved in. And they also had cooking, I think they had the refrigeration, I forgot what they called that.
Like HVAC. Like HVAC?
Yeah, they had all of that stuff.
Culinary.
Yeah, culinary
Culinary
arts. Yes.
And that's what,
is that a part of District 79?
So it's similar to some of the services that we provide. And so what we do in District 79 is that the reason why we're called programs is ultimately many of the students that come to us are students who the traditional route wasn't the best fit.
Yeah.
And they wanted something else because they were just adulting or life issues. So for example, we have a program known as the Life Program, where students who have children can continue coming to school, and so having a child is not a barrier.
Yeah.
We have students who come in, our adult education program, we have students who come in maybe from different countries, or for some reason instruction was interrupted, and they sign up and they can take ESL classes, basic education classes, and as well as what you were talking about, CTE classes.
Yeah. And you're helping them find pathways to
pathways
work
to
and
success, whether it be college, because some people sometimes have said, I don't want to go to college, or career. Whatever it is.
So they go to the vocational area.
Vocational area. Our goal is to ensure that we provide them with a plethora of options, like a wide frame of opportunity and pathways, so that they can contribute to society and they can take care of themselves.
Yeah, live on camera, we're going to take a quick picture. Look that way real quick.
Okay.
Now, who's this young lady?
This is Tiffany Joy.
Tiffany Joy, how are you? We just want to give you some plug, too.
She's been really instrumental in connecting us so that we can have this platform, because one of the big things that we want to announce is that we've been reflective in District 79, and we looked at our footprint and we recognized that there not only is a need, but there's also a desire from the folks that we heard across the Bronx for us to extend our programming into this beautiful borough.
Yeah, and you have a community-based approach.
Yes, we do.
Talk about that.
So our community-based approach is that we definitely want to hear from our community. We don't just want to build things. We want to hear from our community so that we can definitely, almost kind of like a Burger King mentality.
Yeah.
We want to give you what you want. We want to do it your way. And so we have been really fortunate to have a lot of community partners want to come and come and learn more about us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the biggest one has been our borough president, Vanessa Gibson.
Yes.
She's reached out. Love
Big
Vanessa.
shout out to Vanessa Gibson, the borough president.
Yes, her and her team, Nelson, has reached out to us. But then we also recognize the importance of dealing with our community superintendents. So my district is citywide, so we are actually in all boroughs. So I've leaned into the superintendents of Districts 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. as well as our high school
So you know what to
superintendents.
do, yeah.
And then what we've also done, because we definitely want to hear from the educators and the politicians, but we also want to hear from the community. So we've gone to the Bronx Federation, we've been visiting CECs, and then we also want to get into the churches, corner stores. We want to hear more. We don't want to just come and throw services here. We want to make sure that the services that we provide are in direct need of what the community would like to see.
And those are some of the community partners that you deal with.
Yes.
Thank you. We'd like to come and maybe do a talk at one of your schools.
I would
in your
love that.
district.
I would love that. My students, when you look at them, they look just like me, from the city. And another gentleman that you had on earlier, where he talked about when trains come into the Bronx, sometimes they're not full. Our goal is to make sure that it's full and that you come to the Bronx and the same resources you get in Manhattan are the same resources you get out here. So we'd love for you to come talk, inspire, and even just share your own personal stories, because one of the mantras of our students in our district is persistence.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what happened, whatever that barrier is, our goal is to help bring it down and keep moving forward.
District 79, but hold on to you. It seems like you're going to go into politics, and you know how to do it, though.
I'm not, it's not politics for me, it's advocacy.
Advocacy,
To be quite honest, like, to give voice to those who sometimes may not have the words to say. I am from parents who are immigrants, and many of them, when my parents came in, as well as my family members, they had to start all over because they didn't speak the language. And so I always use myself as a conduit for those who might come and may not have the words, but know exactly what the intention is, to make sure that we fight for them and we get them the resources that they need.
Beautiful. Where are your parents from?
My parents are from Haiti.
Haiti!
Parents from Haiti.
Can I say it?
You could say "Sac passe." I knew that was going to be it.
They say that all the time, right?
And that's fine. Not boule. That means I'm burning, but it's also like phonetically. But
it goes.
It goes. But yeah, that's the work. Like, my parents came over with the American dream, did not speak English, but being able to take advantage of opportunities and resources, and so that's why we want to make sure that those resources, the same way they're available to all the other boroughs, that we're intentional in making sure they're available here in the Bronx.
So how are these partnerships that you do with reducing barriers to access for adult learners?
So I'm going to give you an example. Like, I gave one with regards to the LIFE program, where we offer free childcare. And that's the one thing. All of our programs are free. All our resources are free.
Yeah.
So I talked about the LIFE program, where we give access to teen parents, or just students who are parents that are still in the New York City public schools, that childcare is an issue. So we bring down that barrier and we bring it to them. We also have the YBC program. The YBC program is night school. So we have some students who have shared going to school in the daytime is hard, especially if I'm the provider, or if I'm just lifing. And so we're able to offer classes in the evening for the high school track and workforce development between 1 and 9 p.m. Yeah. We also have our co-op tech, which I was talking about earlier with regards to the vocation, right in Longwood. And we offer a wide variety of different trades. So we do construction, electrical, natural hair braiding. We also do barbering, and we also have culinary. We also have, if you go to further downtown, like in our 96th Street area, we also have welding. We have automotive, and again, absolutely, all of 5 boroughs, absolutely free.
Is Pulse High School one of her?
Pulse High School is in mine because, remember, we're programs, so it's not a traditional space.
Got it.
So that's not mine, but what we have done and what I've been intentional with in this seat is partnering up with different high schools and schools across the city, so that we make sure that they know about us, and that if it's themselves or if a family member needs a non-traditional track, that they can come to us.
Beautiful.
And then we also have one of our biggest program is our HSC GD Pathways. So we have our GD Pathways for our under 21, which is called Pathways to Graduation. And we're right there at Bronx Regional Campus, and then we have 25 sub-sites throughout. We also have one at Bronx Community College, Future Ready.
People need to know, sometimes people are lost and they want somebody to grab them by the hand and say, hey, this is one of the pathways you can use. You may want to try this. Because if they're lost, then they won't do it.
No, absolutely. We have referral centers also. So the referral centers where you would go, right, at Bronx Regional, that we pull you in and we have a conversation with you. We don't just take you and put you in a space. We have a conversation, because it may sometimes be that you don't need a non-traditional route. You just need a clear blueprint
Yeah.
or a roadmap of
That's
how do
what
I
they
get
wanna
to
see.
the end of the road.
Yeah, because people have come through a whole lot.
They have. They
And
have.
Now it's social media. Sometimes you get stuck.
No, absolutely. But we're trying to leverage that. We're trying
Yeah.
to use social media, and times have changed.
There you go. That's what I was telling the gentleman before. Let's use some of what you can do. Just no, I don't want to highlight, but sometimes you got to use it to.
And
take
it was
that
funny because
path.
when you had talked about the entertainer, you hit it right on. I think you
Yeah.
should come and be a teacher.
Yeah.
You hit it right on. Part of teaching is entertaining because
Yeah,
you have to get your students engaged, and you
Right.
have to get them hooked in so that they could it's almost like threading the needle.
Yeah.
So you want to get them involved to keep going. So I understood exactly what you meant. I got it completely.
Yeah.
But I also want to talk about our largest program.
Yes, what
Our
is
largest
that?
program is adult education. So adult education, we have students as young as 22 and as old as 79. And it's an absolute free program. And what we're trying to do with adult education is, because we can have that program anywhere. We can have it in
Yeah.
churches. We can have it at community centers. We can have it at schools in the evening, which we do. We can have it at vocational high schools. And the platform for adult education is that whatever course, whether it be a basic education class, whether it be an ESL class, whether it be that you just want to learn literacy or Microsoft Word, you can come to one of these programs absolutely free. We offer programming from Monday through Saturday, as well as in the morning and in the evening, and
Yeah.
it's customized to fit the needs of the community.
I love what you're doing. I love it. We got to come out and visit.
Please
some
do.
of
I'm
these
holding you to it. He's on
locations.
TV saying that
Yeah,
he's
we're
going to
on
come
TV. We're
visit.
gonna do it. We're
So
gonna
you got to come visit us.
We're going to make it happen, all right?
Okay, absolutely.
Social media, where can we go to find out more about what you're doing?
So to find out more about what we do, you can visit www.d79.nyc. Very straightforward. Or you could just Google District 79, and we'll pop up. We
Was-
serve everywhere.
There you go.
I'm going to say there's not a place that we don't touch. We're even at East River Academy in Rikers.
There you go.
And we had one of our biggest year this year. One of our big successes where we had the most graduates, 65 graduates, since 2012. In collaboration with the DOC, Department of Corrections.
We
do
can
a
go
great
in there
job.
with you, too.
Yeah, we've done a
we
great
can.
job collaborating. Actually, Eyewitness News came
Yeah.
and covered that story for us, and so you can come in as well. We want people to take advantage of what we offer, because once again, it is absolutely free,
Yeah.
and our goal is to expand in the Bronx.
Hey, listen,
So thank you for the platform.
I love what you're offering. I love what you're doing. Anything that's helping other people get what they need out of life, I'm supporting.
I love it.
with.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
And remember, you said you're gonna come visit us. You hear
We're
that,
going to come visit.
He's gonna come visit.
Say right into the camera. Look.
He said he's coming to visit.
We're coming to
So
visit.
D79, get ready for Bob Lee.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Give her a big hand, everybody at home and everybody in the TV world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Expanding adult education opportunities in the Bronx and beyond. District 79, Glenda Esperance, Superintendent, District 79, Alternative Schools and Programs. We appreciate you and love you for everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Yes. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I want to thank you and our guests for joining us, you, our viewers, for tuning in and checking it all out. Keep following us on social media at BronxNet TV. You may join us next week for a new episode of Open. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and I'll catch you another day, another way. I'll see you over 107.5 WVLS. I love you all. Peace.